Hello students, in this session I am going to discuss about caustic embrittlement. So caustic embrittlement is one of the boiler trouble. What it is? Boiler trouble. So how and when this type of trouble occurs, let us see here. First, let us see the definition. The formation of brittle and incrystalline cracks in the boiler shell, in the boiler. So what is boiler means? Here you can see in the right. So this is a boiler. So in the boiler's shell, whatever the brittle and in crystalline cracks are forming, those cracks are called as what? Those cracks called as uh, caustic embrittlement. So why it is occurring? Let us see. Actually, see here, this is a boiler, right? In the steam production, water is fed to the boiler. What is feeded? Water is fed to the boiler. So this water before feeding it to the boiler, water is treated. Actually means it is treated by means of the lime soda process. So by means of the lime soda process, when the water is treated, residual amount of sodium carbonate will be left over in that only. So with that only it will be feeded, and this sodium carbonate which is present in the boiler water, that will react with the water inside the boiler, and it will give rise to NaOH, sodium hydroxide, and slowly the concentration of the NaOH increases, and water evaporates, right? So after that, what happens means, because of the evaporation and increase of the sodium hydroxide concentration, this sodium hydroxide react with boiler material. So boiler material means, what is the boiler material made up of? It is made up of iron. What it is? Iron. So it will gives rise to sodium ferrite, Na2FeO2. So this is formed. So here actually what happened, because of its formation, the boiler gets a fail. The boiler gets fail in the sense, the efficiency of the boiler is reduced. What happens? The efficiency of a boiler gets reduced. Reduced in the sense, the steam production is slowed down. So the steam production will not be 100%. So next thing what happens means, all this how it is happening means, inside the boiler, when the concentration of sodium hydroxide increases, the plane surface which is consisting of the NaOH, this plane surface actually behaves like a cathodic area. Cathodic area means it behaves like cathodic area in the sense, here the electrons will be gained, right? Whereas the areas where means here you can see the areas at the bends and at the joints, at the bends and the joints, they are at the bends and the joints. What happens? NaOH concentration is increased, right? Increase. So here this area start behaving like anode. So because of this reason, here what happens? The oxidation takes place. Here the difference arises. Here the difference arises, and slowly anode will get lost, and the cathode will gain the electrons. So here, because of this reason, the corrosion starts arising, right? Corrosion takes place. So this is all what happens in case of the caustic embrittlement. You can see here whatever I discussed with you right now. The same thing is mentioned here. You see here, the formation of brittle and incrystalline cracks in the boiler shell is called as caustic embrittlement, right? And see here, the caustic embrittlement can be what prevented by maintaining the pH value. Means pH value can be maintained by neutralizing the alkali, right? Neutralizing the water by means of neutralizing the water Next, by using sodium phosphate as softening reagents, we can do that in the external treatment. Means in the external treatment of the boiler boiler water. External treatment of the boilers, what they have to do means they have to treat the water with the softening agents. And next, like the softening agents belonging to the sodium phosphate, like that. Next, the caustic embrittlement can also be prevented by means of the tannin, lignin, or sodium sulfate, which prevents the infiltration of caustic soda solution, blocking the hair cracks. Means whatever the hair cracks are present, that can be blocked by means of this type of things, like what tannin or lignin type of material, which prevents the infiltration of caustic. Means the tannin or whatever it may be, the tannin type of material will material when blocks the cracks, then the caustic soda in the sense whatever the whatever the material related to the sodium carbonate, that will not reach inside those cracks, and it will not spoil the boiler. So this is also one of the preventive method, we can say. So anyhow, this is all about the caustic embrittlement. Once go through this. Thank you very much.